They say children are the future. We say the future is here. India's Future Tycoons Season 2 witnessed a revolution of teenpreneurship. Young minds of 13 to 17 years of age came forward to make the country future ready.
We're working relentlessly to find the talent, to encourage them and to provide a very sorted platform at this age itself, which helps them eventually to become world learners.
Water crisis, a problem that India's administration has been grappling with, is now decoded by 24 teams from across the country. Sikkim to Chitradurga, Mumbai to Meerut. 7,100 students, 320 cities, 6 months of research and development, 3 days of entrepreneurship training, 24 startup ideas, and 24 elevator pitches.
Coming here, they are getting inputs from all the sides of entrepreneurship, business, technology, and then they have got a lot of inputs, and hopefully they are working on it because we are not able to meet them.
IFT is an amazing platform teaching kids about entrepreneurship.
India's Future Tycoons is unique in its way, providing us a learning experience not only to enhance our project but also to help us in our future life.
You have an idea, but how to execute it, we learned over here.
Finding the top 6 was no small task even for our sharpest of selectors. In today's episode, you will see the jury selecting and grilling the top 6. Stay with us to know who wins the most impactful idea title, who has created the best prototype, and who has impressed the jury with the best elevator pitch. And yes, who will be crowned winners of India's Future Tycoons Season 2 and take their ideas to the stage of the United Nations Sustainability Development Goals. Welcome to India's Future Tycoons Chapter 2 Season Finale. Today, we are the change we want to see. On the jury panel, we have Nikhil Vora from Sixth Sense Ventures, Lina Usher, founder of Kangaroo Kids School and Billabong High International School, Mr. Kamal Singh, Executive Director of Global Compact Network India, and Elizabeth Venkataraman, Marketing Head, Consumer and Commercial Banking Business at Kotak Mahindra Bank.
While we are sitting here and clapping, you should have seen what juries have gone through in last 15 minutes while deciding. Okay, the results are there. Even I do not know what those results, and I am also waiting equally with a great suspense. I would like to hand over that job to 4 people sitting out there. Over to you.
This is fab, yeah. Frankly, I go back to my school days. I was possibly not even 10% of what you guys are today. So, super job, all of you, without exception. I'll just name the first 4 teams which will go on stage. Team Oculus, on stage. Aqua Solution, Technocrats, and AquaSafe. Any guesses from the students out here? If there was one winner out of the 4, who should that be? Oculus, please. Congratulations to all of you. Bigger congrats here. Can we have the Techno Tycoons? Praram, Retronics, and Bone to Backbone. You guys have any choice? So, Bone to Backbone. All guys coming on stage. Purogenic, sea soil, hydrogen, and Wateroo. Wateroo. Can we have water PM, hydrocycle, ignify, and swagel? So in this case, frankly, not too many prizes for guessing. Any idea? So all girl gang, swagel. Thanks, guys. Next on stage, the good basilic, Java, AWSK, and Viman.
Superb ideas, everyone. Unfortunately, we could only pick one. And the good basilic is a sure winner. So well done, girls.
Tech innovators, Alamanda, Beetle Cap.
So I think this is our last lot. Very, very tough choice. What an idea from nature you've taken that and used it in such innovative and creative ways. So Alamanda, well done.
Congrats.
Top 6 finalists for India's Future Tycoons Season 2 are Team Achilles, Team Bone to Backbone, Team Swajal, Team Wateroo, Team Alamanda, Team The Good Basilisk.
It's becoming tougher and tougher. So without spending much time now, let me call the first finalist of India's Future Tycoons Season 2.
Collect plastic waste, extract activated carbon, and use the same to clean rivers and oceans. Achilles, we hear you, water god.
I had one question after your elevator pitch. You made one comment saying that you will make money both sides, on the raw material as well as the product.
Yes, sir.
इतना पैसे का करोगे क्या?
So we will travel the world then.
So you will travel the world,
Explore
collect all the plastic, bring it back in India, burn that, and again travel the world. All the best and do well.
Yes, sir.
Just wanted to know from your end, what's been the journey of IFT for you guys? Does it really make a difference to what you're trying to do today? And is this something which you would want to pursue as you move forward? Or is this something which you would think has its life of its own beyond what you're doing today?
I mean, if we go like that, our goal, the goal is to, provide pure drinking water to everyone with an accessible price. So if we go that, our experimentation isn't just enough. We have to step forward into the entrepreneurship so that we can contribute something, we can get a name, something.
And have you thought about how you'll go about marketing your product?
Yes, ma'am. First, I will bring PET from the industries which dispose PETs. Like in some countries, they import plastic waste and get paid. So we import the plastic and get paid for that. So we have a raw material also. We take that raw material, convert into activated carbon, and then purify water. And then we are going to sell that water bottle in 10 rupees and demand the customers, if they bring back us the PET water bottles, we give them back 9 rupees. So after we get the PET water bottles back, we again convert into activated carbon and reuse it for purification of water. The activated carbon which was kept earlier, we will reactivate it and send it to some other industries which need activated carbon as a primal matter. So that's our ideas.
So in essence, you're telling me that what I'd usually pay 10 rupees for a bottle of water, I'm actually paying 1 rupee for a bottle of water?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Excellent.
Are you guys cognizant of
yes,
what is the processing cost involved? What level of technology you will require to use? What's your thought?
So after we have a fixed capital aside, so the processing cost of 1 kilogram of plastic into activated carbon, we get 510 grams, so 51% efficiency. For that, converting PET into activated carbon, we need 17 rupees. So it's way more cheaper. So we have a huge profit there also. So we can proceed there, I guess. Yes.
I have a question on your customer segments. You're going to be in retail, individual customers, or you're going to look at industrial or wholesale customers as well, institutional?
As I said you earlier, like we are giving water bottles only to the consumers. So if I give back them 9 rupees, I have to pay that 1 rupee for the retailer who gave me the water bottle there. So that service is free of cost. Like we don't get any profit there. So the activated carbon which was reactivated, we give that activated carbon to the other companies which are in need of activated carbon. So it's not an individual customer, I guess. Yeah.
Cool. Thanks so much.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you, sir.
All the
Thank
best,
you,
sir.
sir.
Thank you very much.
So now the team for which we've been waiting for a long time. Team 2, Bone to Backbone.
Team Bone to Backbone aims at taking some of the load off the shoulders of those who feed the nation with their automated field watering system. Farmers, be happy.
So before we start and before we get into the presentation, I have a small question for the three of you. You did a small pilot project in your father's farmland, right?
Yeah.
When you saw the project was successful, what did he pay you for this?
Surprised. Surprised and encouraged for this IFT.
Okay. Did you ensure that you get enough value out of your father for the work you've done?
Yes.
Okay, so you must be very proud because the idea you've got on stage is very, very interesting.
Yes.
Team 2, Judy.
So, if have you thought about the startup money you need?
Yes.
Yes.
This basically starts from 2,75,000 for one farmer to implement it for a 1 acre. So it's 2,75,000. If you get 50% subsidy from government, then it's going to be reduced for 1,37,500. So that in that 1,37,500, our big sponsor Kotak Mahindra Bank, if they give an annual interest of 7.5% or 5%, then there will be a 1 lakh rupees they are going to give. We spoke to them on the day when they came to our boot camp, and they said that we are going to give you 1 lakh for your project. So that completed, and remaining 35,000, we are going to take that money from the farmers as a monthly investment as EMI.
How will you reach the farmers, because they are in parts of rural India, and what method of communication will you use to be able to convince them, because there is a new concept, there is an idea, and they need to buy it.
Yes.
So what will be your methodology to go to market?
Okay. So as soon as this ends, we are not going to stop this journey for here. We have already said 5 farmers that after this competition, we are going to approach you. We are going to implement for one village, we are going to implement with our own money. And if that becomes successful, we are going to teach farmers how to use our project and how it is successful. So we are going to cover rural areas, especially for uneducated farmers, then come to the educated farmers. Because educated farmers, however, they get to know what we are speaking exactly. But uneducated farmers, they require some time to understand what the project is and how they are going to get money from that. So these are the basic things. And for further information, like getting the channels and all, we are not going to do this by social media. We are going to do this by having newspapers, televisions, and other Krishi Vignana Kendras and other institutions which is related to the agriculture and farmers.
So we are going to act as the mediator to connect the farmers from the fertilizer suppliers or the experts who can suggest the farmers upon their fertilizers or some other aspects in their fields. And with our app, it will be helpful for the farmers as we are going to train them and educate them.
That version is called as Tough version 2.0.
I'm majorly impressed with the maturity at which you guys are talking right now.
Thank you a lot.
Thank you all.
Here we come with the third finalist of the day. Big round of applause to team Wateroo, Shivam and Aryaman.
One device, 3 benefits, mapping water wastage, usage and activity via Team Wateroo's tap nozzle will do it all.
Let me tell you about a story of perseverance. You'll be shocked and maybe surprised to know that Team Wateroo was not part of top 24 teams that we had shortlisted. The juries have shortlisted. So we announced those results. And after announcing those results, obviously they came to know through the website that their team has not been shortlisted. After that, let me use that word, they harassed us. They wrote N number of emails to everybody. They found out who is the founder of N-Power. They wrote mails. They were asking only single question, that why we have not been selected. It so happened that on 15th of January, that was the last cutoff date for all the top 24 teams, finalists, were to confirm whether they can make it or they can't make it. One team, at 11 o'clock on 15th, they said that we can't make it, we can't travel for some reasons. Then we told these guys that you get the next chance, and I want to understand what was going through your mind during that process.
The minute we saw on the website, we saw the PDF, our name wasn't there, we were very sad.
That night was really bad for me. I'll accept it. Like, we were confident though, but
slightly that we could have made it, but it was very crushing to see that we didn't. But yeah, so then we just wanted to, get a feedback on why we weren't taken, and like how could we improve? Because obviously the idea that we pitched was something we believed in, and if not the entire thing, the feature set that we proposed and the problems that it solved was something that were yet to be acknowledged. So even if, perhaps like we can't go with the idea, at least if someone does it, it's always good. Because
we wanted to know like why we are wrong. We have seen this problem happening. We have seen it every day. Like in Mumbai, if you see, people are filthy rich and they think that climate change, how does it matter to me? I am not getting affected. So that's what we thought, that something is wrong. Something is wrong somewhere. So that's why.
Right.
Well, thank you very much. So now I hand over you to jury, and over to you.
My question to you is that today your smartphone is very precious in terms of the apps you choose. People download Flipkart during the sale, delete it, so there is deletion and download of apps as a habit. So how do you think your app will find a place in a child's smartphone in this kind of an environment?
Firstly, I think the main thing that will allow us to, gain a customer loyalty interaction between our hardware and our software. So our hardware is essentially what we showed, the prototype that we showed to you in the stalls. A major half of, what our product is lost. So that's something that would retain them and would want, them to keep that app.
Yeah, and one more thing, we will design specifically for kids and teenage. We will make it so interactive and so fun. So that's what I think is that we want to inculcate the habits that makes you fun. It compels you and it tells you that, see, this is the problem people are facing, and you should become a part of this new revolution that is happening around the world.
Our target market is primarily the urban area, mainly because of the soft water supply that's needed for the functioning of the tap. So that's one thing. Then obviously the household wives, because they are the ones usually who are at home making use of the taps and other things present in the house. It'll be urban and household people and kitchens and hotel industry.
See if you can incentivize that process through your app. There's a cost to washing a towel, drying it, and the human labor cost and the water cost. If you can identify what that cost is and make hotels part of your partners in this whole water saving plan, that'd be great.
If I didn't get your question wrong, it was basically how can we incentivize more hotels to use our product, right? So we actually planned this once, we have a wide enough user base that we would launch a nationwide corporate challenge. What that would include is these extensions, the hardware extensions could be placed in hotels and, MNCs, primarily MNCs, because they would be the ones who would want to, because they have a CSR, their corporate social responsibility, and they have to maintain their brand image. So it'll be primarily targeted towards them, and obviously if others want to join in, they can. So what would happen is there'll be companies involved based on various parameters, primarily inclusive of the water conservation you carry out. They'll be awarded stuff. So,
thank you, boys.
Now for Team 4, I'm glad to call Team Swajal from Sikkim.
Flood water made drinkable. A raft with solar-powered flood water purifier can turn calamity into creation and ease woes. Swajal, your name says it all.
I have just one quick question for you.
Yes.
So when you got a call from India's future tycoons that you're coming to Mumbai, were you excited that you're going to a nice big metropolis like Mumbai, or were you scared that I'm going to a crowded, fast place like Mumbai? What went through your mind?
We are really excited to come to Mumbai to see how it is, because we've never been here. It's our first time here, and like I guess we really liked it.
And also the Salman Khan's bungalow.
Yeah.
We'll take this feedback. Over to you, the stage.
Okay, I just had a thought, and I saw part of it, the prototype that you guys had built up. I guess it's obviously got a long way to go before it conceptualized and can be commercially viable. When do you think you'll be good with a realistic, commercially viable product?
So we cannot tell you when, but we can say that maybe it'll be ready like after we have done a lot of research, because we need a lot of research to make it more reliable and to make sure whether it works or not, because like it may not be effective sometimes. So like we have to continue more research, more ideas, more inputs. You have to check what to take out, what to put in more, how we can make it more better.
And also through this boot camp, we have got to know what are the possibilities that we can put in our product. Before this boot camp started, we only thought about the flood affected area. But right now, we are thinking about more products can come up. In our state like Sikkim, we have many streams, and the villagers get water from the streams. And what we have thought is we can fix it permanently in the streams so that they can get the benefit from it.
Yeah, so Sikkim.
Yes, sir.
And Sikkim is a sustainable state.
Yes.
Eco-friendly, and United Nations have announced that as well. So this idea that you picked up and scalability of your business model that you have suggested will be an issue. If you have to scale up, then what are the three challenges that you will have to face? It is only the finance, it is the stakeholder engagement, it is something beyond.
The obstacle that we have to face is our reach. What we have planned is, we want to reach our neighboring states first. Just example, Assam, where there is flood every year. It will be more convincing for us to present our scheme and our idea to them. And hopefully they are going to accept our ideas.
Thank you.
Sometimes it's very easy to create a great visualization. I think it's a tougher choice to do what you guys are possibly aiming to do. Which is look at what is very close home, what's happening around you, and try and create a solution around that. So wish you the best. Hopefully you are able to crack this out.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir.
Warm welcome to 5th finalist of the day, Alamanda cathartica.
Don't underestimate the tiny, unpretentious garden flower. Its natural bleaching agents can help purify water. Alamanda, it's called.
So how are you feeling?
It's a very nice,
Very
happy
nice.
and excited.
Excited
Okay.
also.
Let me tell you about their journey in boot camp. When they came in boot camp, they saw all the teams with big prototypes, and they wondered कि उनके पास में तो कुछ product दिखाने के लिए है नहीं. 2 flower है, एक इसके पास और एक इसके पास. And what will they show? So they went actually through low till about the first day evening, and they started worrying that what will happen to their team, looking at big prototypes. And from there they really picked up so well that they actually came a finalist. So all the best and do well.
You said you tested 50 flowers odd in your laboratory.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. How did you feel when you discovered that one could do something for you?
After testing or after failed attempts of nearly 55 flowers, we just lost all hope. And when we got the 56th flower, and that being the Alamanda cathartica, it was really a very happy, joyful moment for us.
My question is, does it bother you? So in medicine, you have, when it's a cure, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
There is the allopathy and the naturopathy and the homeopathy. There are skeptics on all sides. So water purification can be, like a cure. So will this purify or not purify? So will there be skeptics on the natural methods? Do you feel that way? and have you tried to address how you will, counter those skeptics?
People nowadays really need something organic. They're always in search of organically. When they looked at the chemical synthetics, when they have got the results that actually it is harming their bodies, their health, they are actually coming back to the nature. So even though we have, as you said, allopathy, homeopathy, many cures are there, but this is something new. It has not been yet discovered, so we are confident with it.
Would it be easy for anyone to replicate your idea?
One can actually replicate, but
the
the things we know, the tests we know and the processes we know that no, actually we should do it in this way, that way, and the way to reduce the toxicity levels, some things are there. I don't think other people will be so, it will be so easy for them to replicate in such a way.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
और लास्ट टीम जिसका इंतजार अभी खत्म, the great basilic.
Municipal corporations will love the Good Basilisk's snake robot, a convenient and cost-effective device to detect water leakage. No more digging of roads, please.
Just small question for a big snake robot. ये नाम कैसे आया? The Great Basilic.
First, tell us who all over here have read Harry Potter or are Harry Potter fans. So, if you've seen the movies, especially, it is actually it's evil and it travels through the Hogwarts, the school, through pipes. The only difference from that basilisk and our snake robo is the fact that we are actually doing something good. So that's how we actually came up with the name, the Good Basilisk.
Super, great story behind the name. So all the best and do well.
Thank you.
So I'm very impressed, and I do want to see this come to light.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think it'll solve a lot of problems for a lot of people. Have you thought about how you're going to start the whole process of building the brand and the company and everything else?
We actually first want to take this idea. We want to spread it through Mumbai first, and then Maharashtra, and then expand it through India, if we can.
In the pipes that it goes through, there may be other debris in the pipe as well, right? There may be clogs areas. Will your snake be able to go through everything?
See, now if there's a clog, like if it's completely blocked, it'll probably have to take a U-turn. But say if there's like another way, like even though the shortcut is blocked, but if there's a longer way to get through it, then it'll probably take that route. And it'll report the clog also.
But the chance of it actually not being able to go through is really low, because one, it's extremely compact, so it can squeeze through small places, and two, the material is extremely sturdy, so it'll actually be able to squeeze through and go past the debris. We also attaching a strong, firm cord to it, so it can be pulled out and taken out of the nearest opening. It can be taken out of it. Yeah.
Is this going to be a product which will be battery operated, or it's going to be handheld? How's it going to work?
It'll be battery operated. The code will be with the person who is managing it from there. So the snake will be given particular freedoms, like if the place is too tiny, it won't go in there, but mostly it'll check all the pipes. So, and that's handled by the code. So if the code stops.
Super. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
All the best.
Thank you.
And now we move to the next and the most crucial part of today's event, and that's announcement of India's Future Tycoon Season 2 winners. But before we come to the top 3 winners, in fact, when we discuss with juries, there are 3 categories, as I said: the best impact or the most impactful idea, the best elevator pitch, and a third is most innovative. But when jury actually went through the zones and they saw the work that has been done by all the participants, they said it would be prudent on their part to add one more category, and that's best prototype. So we now have 4 category awards. So before I announce this, let me call my co-founding team and Chief Marketing Officer Shubhangini on the stage. Here are the awards. And as we said that this category awards can be or need not be from the top 6 teams. It can practically go to anybody. May I invite juries on the stage, please? Okay, so here we go to the next category, and this category is best prototype. And the juries have selected, it is AWSK, ask. Okay, the most impactful idea goes to Team Swajal. So may I invite Team Swajal on the stage. And the last, इसको हिंदी में बोलते हैं जिसने ज़्यादा अच्छी बकबक की, the best elevator pitch, and who have convinced juries to spend maximum time at their zones. So this award goes to Waterloo. Most innovative award or most innovative idea. Praram, waterless toilets.
Yeah, the rest of the 6 teams also take home a Amazon EcoDot, invitation to United Nations National Conclave, and invitation to the SDG school. A big round of applause. Third prize team takes home Amazon EcoDot, plus JBL Go-To speakers, plus JBL headphones, and a cash prize worth rupees 50,000.
Before I announce this award, I must also tell you a story related to a flower. No marks for guessing. It's Alamanda cathartica. A big round of applause to Alamanda cathartica, who has won the 2nd runner-up award. And they're winning so many gadgets.
The first runner-up takes home Amazon EcoDot, a Vivo mobile phone, and a cash prize of rupees 1 lakh.
Again, actually, this had a tie within the judges, so we had to use someone's veto. Not saying who. Bone to backbone.
Woo! We got our first runner-up, India's Future Tycoon Season 2, Bone to Backbone. Wonderful job. And now we come to the winner.
Again, Amazon EcoDot, iPad 7th generation,
woo,
and a cash prize worth 1,50,000.
Woo. That's like big money. And any guesses for this? India's Future Tycoon Season 2 winner is Acolus, team from Mysore.
With this, India's Future Tycoon Season 2 has come to an end, but the journey of our winners has just begun. We will meet you again with a fresh, even more impactful season of India's Future Tycoons, first of its kind teenpreneurship hunt. Till then, be the change you want to see.